This is the plaintiff, Gloria Red. She says the defendant, her neighbor, has 2 pit bulls which bit through her fence, which separates their properties, and now there's a big fat hole. At first, the defendant agreed to pay for the repairs, but hasn't because he's a no-good double-crossing liar. And now they're feuding neighbors, just like the Hatfields and the McCoys. She's suing for $5,000, the cost of the repairs. This is the defendant, Jelani Sutton. He says the plaintiff automatically blamed his dogs for a hole in her fence, demands money, and he's supposed to pay up just because the plaintiff thinks she's the queen of the neighborhood? He thinks not. The damage was there for years. The plaintiff's a troublemaker who's known throughout their town, and he's not about to give in to her crazy demands and pay for something his dogs didn't do. He's accused of not being very neighborly. The defendant filed a countersuit for $5,000 for defamation of character and aggravation.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant's 2 pit bulls bit through her fence and ruined it. But the defendant says the damage was pre-existing. It's the case of don't fence me in.
Thank you, Douglas. Gloria Red,
Yes.
You are suing your neighbor Jelani Sutton for $5,000, part of it to repair a fence and the rest for pain and suffering. You are counterclaiming. You pulled the figure out. It's got $5,000 also for defamation of character and aggravation. Okay, neighbors, what's going on?
Well, we're here today because Mr. Sutton's 2 pit bull dogs ripped off the siding on the side of my garage, bit holes through my garage in June of 2012. I contacted Mr. Sutton. He told me he would do repairs. He didn't fill the hole in. He just put a piece of the board on. I got water damage. I end up had to go through the village.
To get him to act?
Yes. I
don't understand. Is a shed, is your garage like right on the property line?
No. It's
Okay.
I have 4 feet in between my garage.
But the fence doesn't.
His fence comes right to my garage, and it was a gate going across, covering the almost 4 feet up.
Do you have pictures?
Yes. Here's a picture of the garage with the gate that's closing
Okay.
it in.
There's your garage. And okay, so the garage is like this and the gate is like this?
The fence goes straight.
Why don't you try it? How about that? You want to try that?
This is the fence. This is my garage. And it was a gate going across right here.
Mm-hmm.
I had this gate removed
Okay.
and had the fence going.
No, ma'am, stop. I don't want to hear about what you did after the bad thing happened.
Okay.
I want you to tell me how it looked when the bad thing happened. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the gate was right here. This is my garage.
Okay.
This is the fence.
Okay. So his yard
All this
was all this.
Yeah.
All this was his
Yeah.
yard.
Yeah.
And his dogs would roam here and they would roam to, this is your garage. They would roam
all the way to the garage.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then lo and behold, when you do a little investigating, you find out, well, that's not the property line. That's my property all here.
The village told me.
But you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I get it. So then the dogs are roaming here, and according to you, what happens there?
Like right up in here, they tore off the siding, like all the way up to here.
Okay.
And then they bit holes like right up in here. That's when I seen the first hole. It was like right here.
Okay.
So Mr. Sutton put
Do you have pictures of the holes?
I got pictures of everything.
Okay, but just give me pictures of the holes, because I'm a simple woman, and you have a lot of pictures of things that I don't know why you have them, so I really just want pictures of the holes right now. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have pit bulls.
How many pit bulls do you
I
have?
have 2.
These are the holes?
That was the first hole. I first noticed it in June. He had put the siding back on top of the hole.
Okay. What is that a picture of?
That's the outside of the garage after he fixed it.
And what does he have there? Concrete to fix it or what?
No, the wood, he nailed on a piece of the tore off wood that they tore off. He nailed it back on with The hole's still there, so I was getting water damage in the garage.
And then how did you have it repaired?
I had to have somebody, after I had the fence put up, tear off the siding and put all new drywall in there because it was all
So that
cracked
repair
up.
cost you $75?
No, the permit was $75 for the fence.
I know, I'm talking. $75 for the permit. And then $350. And you think he should pay for the permit for the fence? Why?
Because I had to put up the fence because he would not stop his dogs for tearing up my garage.
No, you had to put up the fence because you want to recapture your land. And I don't see why he would have to pay for that. But the repair of the garage is $350. And then your pain and suffering is 10 times that. Tell me about your pain and suffering over a piece of wood.
Well, his dogs bust holes through the fence. I asked him to fix the fence. He wouldn't, and then the dog bust another one. So I had the lawn service guy put a piece of wood in the fence. And then he bust another one. So his head is hanging out. Every time I walk out my door.
Why don't you call animal control when that happens?
I called the police.
Yeah.
They told him to fix it.
Okay. Did you get
did.
cited?
No.
What's wrong with your dogs?
There's nothing wrong with my dogs.
Well, they keep getting through. What's wrong with your fence?
It's nothing
You're
wrong
right.
with my fence.
You're absolutely right. The dogs are being dogs. They're true to their nature.
I have the pictures of the garage before these previous damages, all this stuff. I have a picture of the fence and the garage.
Okay, and what?
And she's saying there's holes. It wasn't a hole. It was just rotten wood.
Okay.
It's rotten wood, old, outdated wood. It's just old. It was just old, just like my garage.
Why does she think it's your dogs?
Because I didn't adhere to what she wanted me to do.
But why does she, before that she thinks they're your
Yeah, sure,
dogs?
that's
What
the-
makes her
that's the
say that it's
garage.
your dogs? She's just afraid of your pit bulls?
She's afraid of my pit bulls, and again, she's just an unruly person.
She is.
She's really an unruly person, and I don't move when she say move. She wanted to get in the yard. She wasn't able to
How
get
am
in
I
the
going to
yard.
see from this picture what the garage looks like? Is the
That's the
picture,
garage right there in the Burgundy.
How is it? What
That's the-
is
that's the-
this picture supposed to tell me?
Okay.
What can I see from this picture? What evidence do I see from this picture? I see a really cute boy with a pit bull with a large mouth. What am I supposed to see that's evidentiary?
Well, that's the fence she said that the dogs was hanging out of. What she did was she was trying to make me make repairs to something that was already rotten, and I had told her it was rotten.
Okay, show me the hole in the garage again. Is this it?
Yes, that's it. Because there's
And
a bunch
so
of little
why-
holes.
You're
all through the-
saying that this is rotted wood as opposed to that your dogs ripped it out?
Yes, ma'am. That was rotted wood. That was rotted wood.
Show me the repair bill for the $350.
This is pictures of the garage all the way around.
Okay. All right, and then give me the repair bill. She's saying these are the other sides that don't have the hole.
These are the good sides.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with the other side of the garage.
That's true.
And
The rest of it, the part that's subject to the pit bulls is the part that looks like it's rode hard and put away wet.
I'm fine with it. If that's what you say, I'm cool. But
Did she call the police on your dogs?
Dude, she called the police. Is that? I mean, she called the police for anything.
I've lived in this neighborhood for 10 years and I've never had any trouble. This woman is a
Never.
woman from hell. I try to lay as low as I can. She has made problems with my children, stating they're too loud when they're playing outside. She complained about your kids being too loud?
She
Put
called
your
the
hand
police.
down.
She called the police on
Put
my
your hand
children.
down.
Do pit bulls instinctively want to get out of an enclosed area to fight?
No, I don't think so. I think it's all up to the owner. The owner is the one that raises the dog. No.
What do you think? I mean, do pit bulls instinctively want to get out and fight?
No.
No.
Wait a minute. Are you guys together?
Yes.
So you're feeding him the answers? Is that what's going on here? Do I understand the relationship well? There you go. Why are you red? Because I just busted you, figured it out? Got it. Going inside the courtroom.
She called the police on my children.
How old are your kids?
I have a 5-year-old. I got an 8-year-old and 13 and 12-year-old.
They're
All
busy.
boys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She's made problems with my children, stating that they are too loud when they're playing outside. And now this, I am a single black man and she is elderly. She's not that elderly.
Well, she's
She's not that elderly.
showed
I am
the
a
card.
single black man and she is elderly, so I do not stand a chance. Single black man, single black man, 2 pit bulls. That's where it's over before it begins. You know.
I don't have a chance because when the police When the police was called, and over time, she had continued to call, the city came. And she's a sneaky old lady.
Well, don't call her an old lady.
She is an old lady.
And-
What is she?
And she's not an old lady.
All right, what
How old do you
lady?
think I am?
You don't have nothing to do with
Yeah,
this.
you're careful. You need to be careful.
Well, hey,
How old are you, ma'am?
57.
How old do you think I am?
how old are you?
51.
Okay. Well, I got a mother too. I have a mother too.
How
and
old are you?
I'm 40. I'm 40.
You couldn't. What do you think? I could have had you at 11?
It don't make a difference.
Yeah, I'm not your mother's age. and newsflash for you, pal, it goes really quickly from here, okay? From 40, it goes like a rocket.
Your Honor, his kids, I went outside. They were throwing footballs against the side of my house, running through the grass. I asked them to stop. His nephew was there. He told me he would go get the dog and let the dog out on me while I was sweeping up back there.
All right.
Now imagine opening the door and you got 3 pit bulldogs laying in your driveway every day.
Not for long.
No.
Not in my driveway. But, all right, you have a counterclaim against her for $5,000 for defamation of character and aggravation. What's that?
That's because all these things that she's saying is untrue.
That's it?
It's really untrue.
So you
And
should get $5,000?
They asked me what would I sue for, and that's what I said, $5,000.
Okay, gotcha. On your
And
counterclaim, zero. On your claim against him, I'm going to order him to pay the $350 for the garage repair. I think that was from the dogs. I'm going to order him to pay your court costs. The permit for the fence is something that you decided to put up a better, bigger, badder fence, and that's on you, not on him. And there's no pain and suffering in a case like this. Good luck, folks.
Well, here comes the defendant after losing this case. Come on in here. What's your reaction to the outcome?
I can't do nothing about it. I mean, it's what she said was. If that's what she said, that's what it is.
Well, what you could do something about is what happens between the two of you in the future in the neighborhood.
I don't want to rapport with her. I mean, that's just what it is. I don't want to rapport with her. I mean, this is an unruly individual. You know, I mean,
You don't think there's any way to build a bridge to
it's
her?
never going to be a bridge. It's going to be built towards me and her. Honestly, I tried to deal with her in a way that stay away from her, but this is an unruly person, and I don't need that in my life, and that's
Well,
fair.
I guess you got to try to do whatever you can to keep those dogs away from her as much as you can.
The biggest dog. There you go, right there.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. So step on out here. You win your case, not pain and suffering, but
Well, part of the money.
he calls you the woman from hell.
He comes over there and asks me to look out for his house for 6 weeks, you know.
So why is he saying this about you? What?
As soon as I asked about the garage, I turned out to be
All
the
right,
worst
well,
neighbor.
You're going to stay out of his way, or you're going to try to,
Hey, I don't even come over his side.
you know?
You know,
All right,
anytime
okay, all
little
right.
kids tell
All
you
right.
they're gonna let the dog out on you, you know, you out there cleaning your yard, they're gonna let the dog because
All right.
they can't run through your yard.
All right, let's go to Harvey.
When you sue in something like this, you don't get the replacement cost. You either get the cost of it takes to fix the fence, to repair the fence, or if it's completely ruined, the value of the fence at the time of the loss. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.